and welcome back to my shelf. Today we're filming a top 10 reads video of 2017. Probably already seen loads of these in your sub boxes already, so I thought I would just hop on the train and do my own little rendition of it because a lot of people seem to be doing them now and I thought they were really fun to film, so here we go. These are only top 10, so I do have a few honourable mentions that didn't make the top 10 but would have still been in my favourites if the list was a little bit longer. The first honourable mention is The Girl of Ink and Stars by Kieran Millward Hargrave, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, What's a Girl Gotta Do by Holly Bourne, Alternate by Waverley Nicks, and Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle. Those are all of my honorary mentions. You can imagine that they're kind of top 15. If I had to make this list like top 20 or something, those would probably be on the list as well. We're counting down from number 10 all the way to number 1. And we're just going to get into this straight away. On the other side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. This follows a woman who dies and leaves her family behind. And it's kind of just her story with her love interest, past life, her sons and daughters, where she started and where she ended up. This book is all about how the afterlife and like spirituality and ghosts and like believing that spirits have like unwanted unfinished business. It's all about the main character's family and how she communicates with them to make her pass on, basically. It was a beautiful book and it hits number 10 on my list. The next book on my list is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This is about a Connor whose mum is sick. I think she's got cancer, and it's just about how he deals with it. He has these reoccurring nightmares about a monster, but it turns out that the monster is real and not just fiction. The monster just kind of visits him every now and again every night before he goes to bed and tells him all of these wise tales and like stories and trying to tell Connor how to deal with certain situations that he's in but doesn't really want to believe them. He's in denial, and the monster kind of brings him out of that. And I think it was a really cute story and hits number 9 on this list. Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. This is about Harry Potter and Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger and all of the Hogwarts students and how they go on another adventure for the 3rd time running. But this time it's not solely about Harry Potter versus Voldemort, it's about Sirius Black and Peter Pettigrew and the Mordor's Map, and it's just so much better than the other two or any other book that I've read in the Harry Potter series. It's my favourite and I read it this year again. Set Up Clouds by Annabelle Pitcher. This is about a girl called Zoe who is guilty of something and she is emailing a criminal in prison about the things that she's done and kind of confessing in letters. It's debatable whether they actually read her letters or not, but she writes them anyway and feels like she needs to get it out to somebody and can't tell anybody else but this prisoner in the prison cell. This book is written in like little diary entries and letters and there's little illustrations in them, and I honestly loved it so much. I didn't expect to. I picked it up on a whim and I was like, you know what, I'm going to read this, and it was actually really good and falls at number 7 on my list. Next book on my list is Doing It by Hannah Witten. Hannah Witten is one of my favourite authors and she finally made a book called Doing It, Let's Talk About Sex, and if you guessed it, it's her just talking about sex. It's not just her talking about sex though, it's her and other people, it's trans people, it's deaf people, it's men, it's women, it's LGBT, it's everybody, and she includes so many points of views in this book as well as her own experiences. I really want her to start producing like fiction books. We need her feminism in YA, we need her writing style in YA. Also, this book is just beautiful. At number 5 I have Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I am a sucker for Wonder Woman. I've been in the Wonder Woman fandom for about a year now. Discovering that there was a book coming out by Leigh Bardugo about Wonder Woman, I was of course skeptical, but when I read it, it was incredible. It was so good and I loved it so much, and it introduced me to the world of Leigh Bardugo. So basically this is about Diana, who is desperate to prove her sister's wrong and that she can do anything that she likes, and she's strong enough to fight anybody. Diana gets sent into the normal everyday world with her friend Aaliyah, who turns out to be a warbringer, and to save the world she must fight everybody in the earth. Everything in this book just adds together and there's so many references to Wonder Woman and it's just so true to its origin, and I loved it so much. Number 4 on my top 10 is Secrets for the Mad by Dodie. Self-help book more than anything, and it's a play on words for her song Secret for the Mad. I love Dodie so much. I love her writing style, I love her songs, I just love everything about her, and this genuinely got 5 stars because it was amazing, and I would have been reduced to tears if I wasn't in a crowded room. Number 3 on my list is When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. This book, if you haven't read this yet, read it. Pick it up now. I will give it to you through the screen. You need to read this book. It's amazing and you will definitely cry at the end, even though you know what's coming. It just made my 2017 so much better and it really got me out of a really big reading slump. So thank you, Paul Kalanithi, wherever you are in the world. So now we're down to the top 2, and my second favourite book of 2017 was Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. This was recommended to me by my boyfriend and just follows a pairing of Victoria and Robert Langdon in solving a crime about the Illuminati. It's got the religion and science and the whole religion versus science debate. It's got atheism. It's got so many cultures in there. It's got so much in here. There are so many different points of view that it jumps between, but it's not confusing because Dan Brown pulls it off so much. It's quite girthy and big and chunky for all of the right reasons. It's not too long. It's not too short. Thank you, Dan Brown, for being an amazing author. And my number one favourite book. I'm sure most of you can kind of guess this already from yesterday's video. You guessed it. It's The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed. This is, oh my god. This follows three girls called Erin, Grace and Rosalina, who all are sick of shit in their school. They're sick of the patriarchy in their school and they want to do something about it, particularly Grace. There's a backstory from Lucy, a girl who was raped and no one believed her, and she was all shunned from the town and she had to move because she was getting harassed by people and no one actually believed her. So Grace makes a thing that she wants to change things and she feels like she owes something to Lucy because she moves into Lucy's old house, and then thus the three girls create the Nowhere Girls. And oh my god, this story is amazing. My favourite character apart from Grace was Sam, because Sam is me and a character. I related to her so much. So many different points of views. There were so many different diversities and sexualities in there. It was amazing. Pick it up right now if you're a girl and you want to know more about rape culture, you want to know more about what you're entitled to and your rights. You might not even notice that you're being held down by patriarchy before you read this book, and then you read this book and you're like, fuck, not in your face. It's beautiful, it's everything, and I love it so much. And that concludes my top 10 reads of 2017. I will love to come back to this next year and maybe have a few more new ones on there. I'm definitely going to be reading The Nowhere Girls next year, just saying. It's currently 2018 wherever you are, and I hope you're having a lovely New Year's Day and you're having a great start to 2018. Here's to new beginnings, new books, and hopefully a lot more favourite authors to be discovered. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye!
I wanna watch them fly and fly and see them soar up into the unknown. But I feel just like a nerd watching birds, watching me here.